What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. So today we're emptying out storage units. If you didn't see yesterday's video, yesterday I showed the storage units that I bought. There were 18 put up for sale. I bought 8 and got 9. One was free. All right, we're back for another load. It is getting dark, so this will be the last one in the night. Hopefully I can get it all in here, but I'm gonna go until either I run out of space or I run out of daylight. Trash, I'm gonna bring over there to my other unit. That way this one will be completely empty. Of course, that'll be the last thing I do if I don't get it completely emptied. I can do trash tomorrow. All right, this thing was difficult to move with flat tires. Yeah. Hopefully it stays in here. I'm gonna wedge a bunch of stuff around it, but there's nothing to tie it down to, so I'm thinking this is gonna be a part out. I mean, front end damage. It's missing that. It's missing a side view mirror, rear end damage. It's gonna be one that I'm gonna either sell it just as it is, or I am going to take parts off of and sell it on eBay, which is most likely what I'll do. It just depends if I have the time for it. I'd rather take $300 for it as it is than $1,000 parting it out on eBay, but having to take a day or two to take the thing apart. So this is interesting. Some brand new records. We've got 2 of this one and 4, I think, of this one. It's brand new. It's got the sticker on the outside. It's based on the way it's packaged, that tells me it's probably something that like an indie recording artist, I think is what they say. But look at that price on Amazon. There's only 1 available, none on eBay, but and it's not ranked well. But it has sold. Look, 31 reviews. So I'm gonna do some research on price. Imagine if I can get $100 each for those. There's nobody on this listing, so you never know. I've never heard of this guy. I'm very curious. We'll definitely do some research on that, and I'll get back to you in the next video. So it's getting too dark in here to see what I'm doing, so I'm gonna call it on this unit because I have to dig through all this stuff on the floor. This unit's a mess. I need daylight to do this. So I'm gonna come back and finish this up. It looks like it's mostly trash. I haven't looked through those boxes in the back yet. We have a lot of space left in here though. Also, I don't think that moped's going anywhere. I really should get some tie downs or something in here. Now I've got another unit here that's all boxes, so I'm gonna see if I can get some out of that right now before it gets too dark. So I paid $520 for this unit. I gotta make it quick, it's getting dark fast. It collapsed when they opened the door. Stuff started falling out, and it just happened to me again. What I saw was in that box, there were some collectibles, and it was covered in stuff. All you could see is through the little holes there. I'm gonna start pulling stuff out quick, and I'll show you some stuff probably when we get to the warehouse. How in the world do you even fill it like this? Look how much stuff I got in, you can barely tell a difference. And with every box I pull out, 2 more fall out. Stuff keeps settling a little more and a little more. I haven't even looked in here with a light, but this looks like a toolbox. Yeah, that's a toolbox. That could be good. We got a pool table here. Like how? How did they even do this? This baffles me. Maybe books or something. There's furniture in here too. Holy crap. Yeah, I have absolutely no clue here. If you see right up there, that white piece, that's the back wall. This is only 10 by 16. Holy crap. So we're getting pretty full over here. There are a lot of big duffel bags. One of them, it actually might be this one, says Green Bay Gamblers, which is our hockey team here. Not like NHL hockey, a little below that. But it's a big bag. I almost wonder if they knew a Gamblers player. This looks like a bag you'd get your pizza delivery in, but it's a little big. I don't know. Very curious. But a lot of these big duffel bags. So I'm curious to see what will be in those. I did see a PS2, a silver one. We'll figure out what's all in here. Holy crap. There's a TV in here. It looks like it's seen better days. I don't know how that managed to get in here. Just all sorts of stuff. If you were going to open a thrift store, this would be the time to do it. Alright, I think I'm going to call it. There's the pool cues. What had me interested is the laptops in here. Usually people leave their laptop and they've left everything. I don't know. This bike looks like in the dark. Yeah, that's a Harley Davidson kids bike. It's interesting. Looks like there's a shelving unit of some sort there. Oh man, there's so much. What is this? Radio Max Gaming Development? What in the world? Watch where I'm stepping here. That's a gaming PC. Interesting. But we're gonna have to wait and grab that another day because all the stuff on top of it, just absolute tonnage. All right. You barely even notice a difference. There's a little gap on the floor there. These chairs actually look pretty nice. Might be teak. I don't know how to identify woods. Can you guys tell? They'll probably be sold by the time you guys see this video, so it's not gonna help much, but I don't know. Any tips on how to identify teak? This looks like it might be a dartboard. Looks like it might have used to be a dartboard. You got a skateboard in there, a whole bunch of pool cues. Oh man, there's so much stuff. I'm not overwhelmed. I buy units like this all the time. This is the type of unit that I like, but I've never seen them stacked like this before. All right, so here's where we are. I've got a little space here for my hand truck. And believe it or not, there's a moped buried in there somewhere. So that is a Domino's bag. It was taped shut, so that tells me the zipper's probably no good. Or non-existent. I don't even see a zipper on it. But it is a Domino's bag. Also found an unbranded tablet. My light's still on? Yeah, it's still on. Not really worth much, but probably 10 bucks or so. And over here, in this backpack, there was an empty box for an Apple Pencil and also a Microsoft Surface charger, which tells me the Surface and the Apple Pencil might be in the unit. Had the first casualty. This fell off. Looks like, no, that's not a crack. Lost a couple of keys. Oh, is that the keys? Here's one. The minus key. I don't know where they're actually supposed to go, but I'm just gonna put that there. And the asterisk. You know, I think we're, that's upside down. Oh well. I think we're perfectly fine. And along with that, I've got this vintage Apple computer and the monitor. So they might have some value. I also saw the mouse in here somewhere. Why are they always missing keys? This is a halfway decent laptop. It's missing 3 keys. And they put a sticker on it. And I can't figure out how to turn my light off on the camera here. I turn it off, but it turns on next time I go to my camera. So I'm going through this box. This is where I found the laptop. I also found a PS3. These are good for about 50 bucks all day long. In here is a DeWalt palm sander, but it's in pretty rough shape. What's that? Nothing. I'm just kind of skimming through. I guarantee you I'm missing stuff. Here's some tablets. It's cracked. Off-brand anyway. This is an LG. Doesn't look damaged. We'll see if it turns on. And another off-brand tablet. So there's 4 tablets I've found so far. We've got, looks like a PS3 controller. Gold. I've never seen that color before. Maybe it's worth a couple bucks. And, oh, this looks like money. This is money. Do these say what year they are? Here, I gotta look this up because this could be some money. So it won't power on. Battery's probably dead. But, wow, this thing opens. It feels like the hinge is broken, but there's no resistance at all. MacBook makes nice computers. Not something I want. This is also so incredibly thin. It feels like a toy. But anyways, it's a MacBook Air. You can't really see that, but it's a it's a 2011 model. They seem to be selling for about 200 to 300 bucks on eBay. This one's in a little rougher shape, missing a couple of the feet. I'm sure we'll find the charger for it, but that's a good find. Honestly, these two will almost pay for the unit. If I can get 250 and 50, that's 300 bucks. I suppose not quite almost. It still puts us a ways away. What other goodies might we find in here? Let's see. That thing's going in the trash. This doesn't look like anything too valuable. Oh, HDMI. Well, that tells me it's some cheap off-brand thing. I think this is a little projector. I don't know. I kind of want to look it up, but we'll finish going through this box first. What do we have here? Games? No. Blanks. A blank CD and a movie. The rest of it's empty. Anything in here? Makeup brushes. There's just a notebook. This is one of those fans that you sit your laptop on. That's empty. So that's it for this box. That's empty. Climbing hook. Probably not a real climbing hook. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Right there. Not for climbing. Alright. Let's look this one up. About 25 bucks. Hey, if you're looking for a projector, it's probably terrible. I think that's a speaker too, which is probably really bad. If you're looking for a projector, if these things are 25 bucks, used of course. You know what? I might have seen the cord in here. 25 bucks online. I saw a similar one, same brand, for 35 brand new. Is that the cord? That's the cord. We'll have to check the voltage and whatnot, but it looks like one for a cheap Chinese thing. So this was a good box. Look at that. I'm so excited about that. Between this, that, and the box for the Apple Pencil, this was definitely an Apple person, although there is a Dell PC over there, and there's another PC in the unit, and a bunch of Android tablets. We've got, oh, stuff is collapsing, a silver PS2 in there. There's about 50 bucks. This PS3 doesn't work. Controller works fine, PS3 turns on, it won't read games. Still probably about a $15, $20 item in a local auction. Hey Justin.
What?
I have a question for you. Have you ever heard of an air horn?
No.
I'm at the moped unit, the one with the moped, and it is officially empty. I'm hauling trash out. I've got a few things that I'm either keeping or can't take to the dump, like a tube TV. I'm gonna drop them off over there at the drone unit and take all the trash out. So I'll show you kind of what we're doing with that in a minute, but let's look at some keynote items that I found today. This is what excites me the most. Keys. Why? I'm hoping that one of them, that's a car key, but I'm hoping that maybe this one, maybe one of these works with starts the moped. It's tough to say. I also have a couple of boxes of things that I'm keeping. There was one, here we go. This is one that has coins in it. No silver ones, unfortunately, but there's some older ones. As old as 1938. Let's see, so it's partially filled. Probably get about $5 for this. Coins usually do pretty well in local auctions. What else? We get this incubator. At least I think I figured out what that's what that is. Cabinet, kid's bike. Pretty much Austin Powers poster. Pretty much everything back there is trash. That TV and this bed frame I'm gonna hold on to. The TV because I can't just drop it off at the dump. It'll cost me about $10 or so to get rid of that. And this I'll toss in the scrap metal pile, but everything else is trash. And here we are, completely emptied out, floor swept. This is personal photos, the guy's diploma, things like that. This particular facility lets us leave personal effects in the unit and they try to get them back to the owner. I usually only do that if I'm able to go through the stuff on site here. Otherwise, we try to track down the owner ourselves, just because usually stuff is just hauled back to the warehouse and then my employees go through it there. All right, so we're gonna drive to the next unit. The one that I just cleared out is the second one in here. And here we go. Driving to the next one. Continuing to drive. I don't know why I'm singing. And we're here. This one right here. That's my other unit. I'm gonna pull forward so we can have the trailer right up to it. And that one's basically done. I'll show you that in a second. So this one you saw yesterday is basically done. I listed these on Facebook Marketplace. Hopefully they'll sell. Otherwise I'm gonna have to haul them out today. And everything over here is trash. I suppose I could leave this for them. It's all water damaged. I don't know that they'll want it, but maybe I will. Everything else here is trash. I do want a quick glance through it. This might be what I'm looking for. I got one of those canopies that collapsed down, like a 10 by 10 canopy in this unit. And when I took it out of the bag, it did not actually have the canvas, the part. It was just the structure. So I'm gonna look just to see if maybe I thought, like that I thought was a grill cover, but that might be it. I just wanna glance through and see if I can find that before I take this stuff to the dump. This dresser is also going to the dump because it got all water damaged. There were, I think 12 gallons of water sitting on it that froze and leaked out in the winter time. And then this stuff is gonna go to the trash. So all that's gonna be left in here, by the time I'm done here, is gonna be these 2 display cases and the items from the other unit that I'm bringing back to the warehouse. I'm just doing trash right now because I wanna get as much of it in the trailer as I can. And we're all done. This is all trash other than these things that are mine. But there's still lots of room in here, so we're gonna go to another unit. So here's what's left behind. All of this stuff is going back to the warehouse. This is all from the unit we cleaned out with the moped in it. Most of it's sellable stuff, the exception being that TV, and there's a monitor there. Those are both gonna be trash. I just can't take them right to the dump. Then we've got the display cases. I decided not to grab these for now because it's gonna be a pain. You can see they go all the way underneath it. So we've got the display cases, and I'm keeping these in here because it's possible that these are the doors to one of these. Maybe, I'm not sure. We can always trash them later. They're not too big, I can throw them in my dumpster. So that is it for this unit for now. I'll come back and pick up the rest of this stuff up, maybe later today or another day. I do still have another unit on this property, the one that was collapsing like an avalanche. But we are done with this one for now. So we are across town. This is one of the cheaper units I got. I paid $100 for this one. There's some crap. This couch is probably gonna be trash. That's trash. There are 2 more mattresses back there, but at first glance they looked pretty clean, so I might be able to sell them. We'll just see how they look once I get to them. We've got a table here in pretty rough shape, but usually those are good for 10, 15 bucks or so. There is a decent sized flat screen TV. It does look like it might be a little older, but you know, maybe I can get 50 to 100 bucks for that. And beyond that, it's just stuff, lots and lots of stuff. These are the ones you never know what are gonna be in the boxes. We got some clothes neatly hung up over here. You never know if there's any value there. You can't really see much though. So right now I'm just pulling trash out. That is my mission on this trip. As I mentioned, trailer's full of trash and I'm gonna keep filling it up. Oh, we got the couch in here. Turns out it's a set. By the way, this couch is nasty. Look at all that. And there's a bunch of mold right there. That one's definitely trash. Interesting here. See that? It's another snowblower. So that puts my count at 3 snowblowers on this day. So this one is just as bad. This is going to the dump. That mattress, gross, going to the dump. Oh, there's a basketball hoop in here. These mattresses though, still tough to tell, but these could actually be sellable. What I do is I sell these for like 10 bucks. Because if I just post them for free, no one picks them up. But if I sell them for 10 bucks, they're usually gone pretty quick. Whatever that is, table or headboard or something, looks to be in pretty nice shape. We got some chairs here, so that probably has a kitchen table set. There's another table here. It doesn't match those chairs, so that we might have 2 of those in here. We've got a end table here. No, I don't think that's the glass for it. So maybe we'll find the glass for that. This, I'm not gonna hold my breath on being nice. That's pretty much where we're at so far. I haven't really found much else in here. I'm hoping it's not all furniture going back. I'm hoping it's boxes. But remember, I still only paid $100. $100 gets me that TV. HCT, what in the world brand is that? You know, if I get 50 for that, 20 for this thing, that's 70. What else? I mean, the air conditioner, could probably get 20 for that. That puts me at 90. Snow blower, if it runs, even if it doesn't run, I could probably get 25 bucks. If it runs, maybe 100. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lose money on it. But of course it is a lot of work. I don't want to just break even or just make a little bit. Basketball hoops should go for decent money too. Oh, matching set, there's one, there's one. Hopefully we'll find the glass for them. Now that said, we'll have this full pretty quick. I'm gonna try and fill out the bottom, but really that couch is gonna fill this thing up. So remember that leather chair that I said is probably a lost cause? By the way, get the other couch in. Let me show you what it looks like. Look at this. That is so gross. And it's sitting on that. I think a lot of that might be from the snowblower. By the way, that's what the snowblower looks like. Should get a few bucks for that. That chair is gross too. I'm hoping I can get these two out. But this chair isn't... I'm going to get 20 bucks for this chair. You know how? Right here. I showed you in a previous video. These sell for about 20-25 bucks on eBay. I just got to grab a screwdriver to take it off. Alright, I managed to get that in. This is a hex screw or a Torx, or I don't even know what they're called. I don't have one of those with me, so I may just let that go because I think I'm going straight to the dump. We got some progress in this one. We will definitely need to make another dump run for that chair and that mattress. These aren't looking too bad. I don't remember if I mentioned they're on pallets, so that gives me a little bit more hope. I don't see anything too exciting yet. Just boxes of stuff. We never know what we might find in here. The boxes are the exciting part. I could care less. I'd actually prefer to not have the furniture. So you never know what you might find. I looked at that. It's nothing special, just a basic print. There's no name on it or something or anything. Is that a person's name? Or is that the brand? I can't see that up there. Maybe you can. Oh, I'm out of breath. This thing was a pain to lift up into there. First, I thought the back came off. Most recliners, the back comes off. This one didn't, so I had to lift the thing up. And it was also really gross. So we're gonna get this dropped off at the dump. We're about as full as we can get. And I'm not really gonna be able to get anything else without getting a lot of other stuff out. So I am gonna do a dump run, then come back and start clearing out the good stuff out. I gotta get this stuff back in though. So apparently the dump closes at 4. I don't know why I was thinking it was 5:30, but 4 o'clock. It's currently 4:01. I just drove past it. So I guess this stuff is getting dropped off tomorrow. That also means trailer's full. I can't really haul anything else out, so I don't know. I guess maybe I'll do some eBay listing or something today. So I'm finally making that dump run. Trailer's still full of stuff. It's been almost a week. Got my vest. So trailer's full. I also managed to fill up the back of the truck. There's a ton of boxes under this stuff. Just weighed in. Now we're circling the landfill to the dump spot to empty all this crap out. So this place is a lot more empty than normal, but the loaders are pushing everything right there to a compactor that drops it down, compacts it, and then they can get it in the landfill. Usually it's a lot more full here. Also, oh, it usually doesn't smell this bad. I'm thinking it has something to do with the rain. It is awful. So it's tough to see and it's loud in here, but I did manage to get the Lazy Boy handle off. Any of this look familiar? Let's see, couch, chair, dresser, and a whole bunch of crap. We are all emptied out. I kept a few of the boxes in plastic totes. You can barely see in here, but we're all ready to go. And I'm gonna get out of this stank. Oh man, I don't think it's ever smelled that bad there. I almost threw up a couple of times. It was really bad. I was going into the moldy trailer, smelling that moldy furniture, which was awful before, just to get away from the smell of the dump. I mean, normally it smells bad, but it's tolerable, not that bad. Anyways, it might be because it was so empty, all the liquids on the floor were exposed. Usually that building is almost full to the front, so maybe we're just not getting rid of as much trash as we normally do. So I'm gonna head out to pay. This is the not so glorious side of the business. Now, since I do have dumpsters, I really only have to do this a few times a year. But based on what I'm seeing in these units, some more moldy furniture, I'm probably gonna have to do another trip like this. I'm usually pretty good at either giving away junky furniture that someone can use, it's not gross or anything, or donating stuff that can still be donated where most people would trash it, or just putting boxes of garbage in my dumpster, which is emptied out every week. Now here's where it's sketchy. To weigh yourself out, you have to exit the property back on the road and then go back in the entrance right up here to get on the scale. How easy, granted they have your license plate, but it'd be so easy for someone to just bail. Also, it's raining, so I was planning on getting some storage units emptied today. It's not supposed to rain till 1, it's 9:30. So I guess X-nay on the storage unit's A. So everyone always talks about dump fees, how you have to factor that into your cost, and you do to a degree, but it's not so bad. I just dropped off 1,500 pounds, look at my seatbelt on, 1,500 pounds of trash. That is a lot. I did not expect to have 1,500. Cost me $36.75. 36 bucks. This is out of multiple units, as well as a bunch of stuff that's been in the warehouse forever. Well, not a bunch, a couple of bigger items. 36 bucks. It's really not much. It is a $20 minimum though. You can't bring one item and expect to pay like $6. It is a $20 minimum. Now this is my dump. Your dump might be different. Everybody has a different dump. Everybody's dump is unique. One more thing before I close this whole garbage part of the video. This video is garbage. Anyways, it's cheaper if you're doing this. You don't need a dumpster. It's cheaper just to go to the dump each time. All of that, like I said, costs $36.75. My dumpster costs about $100 a week. They empty it out once a week. It costs about $100 for trash and cardboard. I would not have been able to fit all that in my dumpster if it was completely empty. And it costs a third of that. Your bigger cost of the dumpster is the container rental and the pickup fee. I don't know how they itemize it on the bill, but that's why it's so much more expensive. I actually thought about getting a rollaway dumpster for like furniture, because I don't want to put a couch in my dumpster. One of those construction rollaway dumpsters. Those things are crazy expensive. You're spending like $500 every time it gets emptied out. No, I will just haul it. I've also considered, and I'm still kind of considering it, before I got the truck, I wanted to get a dump truck. Like one of those dump trucks that's like the size of a pickup truck. It's basically a regular pickup truck, but with a dump truck on the back. I thought about getting that, then I can just throw the trash right into that, and then the good stuff in the trailer behind it. And I'd probably spent a good half an hour emptying the trailer over there. I wouldn't even need to get out of the vehicle. I push a button, dumps out, and I pull out, in and out, 2 minutes. Thought about it. Can't find any of those used though. The ones that I find used are like 1986, and they still want 10 grand for it. New, they run about 25 to 30,000, which isn't terrible. Honestly, it's about what I paid for this truck. Maybe I should have done that. When I was looking, I wasn't planning on buying a brand new truck either. Anyways, you've got options. You don't need to have dumpsters. I have dumpsters for the convenience if I have a few boxes out of a unit or something. I also will often pay people to haul away the furniture. Here's where networking comes in. I've got a couple of people who buy the storage units that I know pretty well just from going to the storage auctions a lot. So what I do is if they're making a dump run, I'll throw them an extra $10 to come pick up this moldy couch. Now, it's cheaper than taking it to the dump by itself, and I don't need to haul it. So I've done that a lot too. That's why I only go to the dump a couple of times a year. Oh, rain. I'm going to get to the warehouse. I'm going to wash the bottom of my shoes. Should not have worn my nice shoes for that. Again, usually it's not a soaking floor all the way into the back. Usually I'm parked outside those doors, tossing it right inside of the doors. It's never that empty. I would have worn my work boots if I knew that was going to be the case. Part of me thought about wearing my flip-flops. I would have probably turned around and left. Got out of the car, got back in the car, and just left. So we're here at the overflowing unit. I found this old chest and got really excited. Magic cards, and underneath it is full of magic cards. and dead mice. So that's fun. So pulled out a box and found this. I don't know computers, but it looks like a gaming PC. Nolan wants to pull it out. I don't think that's a good idea.
It says gaming on the front.
Well, I'm not looking at the front. I'm looking at the side.
Just saying.
You see what I have to put up with? So I'm standing up on a dresser. I think we got a pretty good handle on it where it's not going to collapse. Although I did find a bunch of soldering tools. I think this guy repaired electronics. There's half a laptop, something in every video game thing we find. By the way, we found a bunch of video game consoles. I think they're all going to be defective unless he already fixed them. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that. The MacBook did come in here. The PS3 that didn't work was also in here. We're making some good progress though. So this was one heck of a box. Look at all these comic books. It looks like mostly more recent stuff. A lot of them have like $4 to $6 price tags, but that's probably when they were new, when they first came out. Like, I'm trying to find an example, but they're actual like price tags that are on the plastic. I can't find one. But I just seem to do really well with just mixed comic books. I bet I make 50 bucks on all of these. There's a ton there. There's also some Magic the Gathering cards, some here as well. This is just sleeves for them. There's some neat stuff in there.